20 videos, 9 hours of podcasts, 12 minutes of your time. This week, the three biggest waves in tech and finance all crested at the same time. Tesla put an unsupervised robotaxi on the streets of Dallas. Strategy surpassed BlackRock as the world's largest Bitcoin holder. And SpaceX bet $60 billion on an AI coding tool. If you're an entrepreneur or a small investor, this isn't noise. This is the signal. Let's get into it. Here's the headline. Strategy, formerly MicroStrategy, now holds 815,000 Bitcoin. That's more than BlackRock, more than any institution on the planet. They bought 34,000 Bitcoin in a single week for $2.5 billion at an average price of about $74,000 per coin. That's not a trade, that's a Treasury strategy. And here's why this matters to you. When the largest public company Bitcoin holder crosses BlackRock, it signals that corporate treasuries are moving. This isn't speculative anymore. This is institutional infrastructure. Now let's talk about how everyday investors can actually ride this wave. Strategy has a preferred stock called STRC. It pays an 11.5% annual yield, monthly, in cash. Because of the return of capital tax treatment, the effective rate is closer to 18%. Here's what makes this different from every other yield play. They have roughly 2.5 years of cash reserves to cover dividends, even if Bitcoin goes completely flat. And they just proposed moving to semi-monthly payouts starting as early as July. That doubles your compounding frequency. Is it risk-free? No. If Bitcoin crashes and stays down for years, the mechanism breaks. But name another income investment paying 18% effective yield with 2+ years of runway. I'll wait. Here's my personal take on STRC. I eat my own cooking on this one. It's been a great income generator for me. I don't know any investment that is less risky and more of a value than STRC right now. They've got 18 months of cash just to pay the dividends. The return of capital tax treatment makes the effective yield even better than the headline number. I'm not a financial advisor, this isn't financial advice, but I am someone who puts his own money where his mouth is. And right now, that's an STRC. This might be the most powerful idea from the entire week. It came from the Hurdle Rate podcast. The concept: use Bitcoin's yield as your hurdle rate for every financial decision. Strategy reported a 6.2% Bitcoin yield in the first 3 weeks of April alone. So before you invest in anything, a stock, a rental property, a business expansion, ask yourself, can this beat 6% in Bitcoin terms? If the answer is no, you have to ask why you're doing it. This reframes every capital allocation decision, not just for hedge funds, for small business owners deciding whether to hire, expand, or buy equipment. Bitcoin becomes the benchmark, everything else has to clear. This week, someone in Dallas got into a Tesla with no driver and rode across the city. Not a demo, not a test track, a real commercial ride on real streets with real traffic. Tesla launched its unsupervised robotaxi service in Dallas and Houston, expanding from Austin, where it's been running since last year. This is the inflection point people have been debating for years. It's not theoretical anymore. The unit economics are staggering. A vehicle that generates revenue 24 hours a day with no driver cost. Multiple creators this week pointed out that the market is pricing Tesla like a car company when it's actually building an autonomous transportation network. That gap between narrative and fundamentals, that's where the alpha lives. Here's what I want small business owners to hear. You don't need to understand all the technical details. You need to understand one thing. AI makes small teams dangerous. I've been building a company for 25+ years. My father founded it in 1972. We process 300,000 calls a day for 1,200 PSAPs across the country. And right now, with AI tools, our small team is producing output that would have required 10 times the people just 2 years ago. That's the real entrepreneurial alpha. Not stock picks, leverage. Small business people can make really good money by using AI to multiply what they already know how to do. SpaceX, a company that builds rockets, just struck a deal worth up to $60 billion for the option to acquire Cursor, an AI coding tool. $10 billion up front. $60 billion if they exercise the option later this year. Let that sink in. A rocket company thinks an AI coding tool is worth more than most Fortune 500 companies. This validates what every creator covered this week. AI coding tools are the new cloud infrastructure. Just like Amazon Web Services became the foundation of the internet economy, AI coding tools are becoming the foundation of everything being built right now. The immediate alpha. If you're a business owner and you're not using Cursor, Claude Code, or Copilot, you are leaving a 5 to 10x productivity multiplier on the table. Your competitor who adopts these tools will ship in a week what takes you 3 months. Andrej Karpathy, one of the most respected AI researchers alive, former head of AI at Tesla, shared 2 frameworks this week that you can use right now. First, the 10x Claude Code method. 4 rules. 1. Set explicit scope for every AI task. 2. Challenge your assumptions before building. 3. Don't over-engineer. 4. Break complex work into small chunks. These rules apply to any AI-assisted work, not just coding. Second, the LLM Wiki. Instead of static notes, build a living knowledge base that AI maintains and cross-references with every interaction. Karpathy's concept went viral, over 100,000 bookmarks in days. The business that knows more about its customers and operations and can query that knowledge instantly has a structural moat. Peter Diamandis, Salim Ismail, and Raoul Pal sat down on Real Vision this week and made the case that the next 24 months will be the most transformative period in human history. Their thesis: 3 exponential curves are converging right now. AI provides the intelligence layer. Robotics, think Tesla's Optimus and the Robotaxi fleet, provides the physical execution. And Bitcoin provides the decentralized capital layer. Together, they're building a new economic operating system. The specific opportunity they identified: cost collapse. Healthcare, education, and energy costs are about to fall dramatically from AI-driven efficiency. The entrepreneurs who front-run that collapse, building businesses on the falling cost curves, will capture generational value. The window for early positioning is closing. Not in 10 years, in 24 months. Here's your playbook. 3 tiers for investors, 3 steps for business owners. Investors, Tier 1, dollar cost average into Bitcoin. Consider MSTR for leveraged exposure or STRC for yield. Tier 2, growth, Tesla and Nvidia for AI and robotics convergence. Tier 3, speculative, Ethereum and Solana for smaller positions. Business owners, this week install an AI coding or productivity tool. Cursor, Claude Code, or Copilot. Start using it today. This month, begin building an LLM wiki for your business. Ingest your meetings, customer interactions, and decisions into a knowledge base that compounds over time. This quarter, audit where AI-driven cost collapse will hit your industry and position ahead of it. None of this is financial advice. All of it is actionable right now. 20 videos, 9 hours, distilled into 12 minutes of real entrepreneurial alpha. The supersonic tsunami isn't coming, it's already here. Strategy just passed BlackRock. Tesla put a driverless car on the streets of Dallas. SpaceX bet $60 billion on AI coding, and the tools to ride this wave are available to you right now, most of them for free. The question isn't whether this is real, the question is whether you're positioning for it. Subscribe for the next roundup. Drop a comment if any of these ideas clicked, and if you want the full source list with links to all 20 videos, check the description below. This is Ask Lucky, Entrepreneurial Alpha. 10 hours of podcasts so you don't have to. See you next time.